Hello there, Taylor with the Armageddon Report. Here's what we're going to be talking about shortly. We've got a slight risk going on for New York, Pennsylvania, Vermont, New Hampshire, places like that, Massachusetts. But you know what I forgot yesterday? It's the start of not a holiday, a season, if you will. Hurricane season in the Eastern Pacific started yesterday, and bam! There's already one when I remembered to check yesterday. Tropical storm, we're going to go with Aletta. I'll have to look that up at some point and find out how that is pronounced. So let's find out. What is Aletta doing? I forget all this stuff we do. So Aletta is forecast to weaken into tropical depression status and then probably just vanish out in the middle of the Eastern Pacific, never to be heard from again. But behind Aletta, we have a 30% chance of tropical cyclone formation. Oh my goodness. Right, so yeah, that's what's going on in the Eastern Pacific. However, Atlantic, no tropical cyclones at this time. I believe their official hurricane season starts June 1st. I'll have to look that up. So yeah, on the very first day, in fact, it might have been even the day before, I'd have to look it up. For the Eastern Pacific, they already had a tropical storm. So, yeah, because last year it was like Adrian. Adrian wasn't there at the beginning of the season. Yeah, that was the A word. So Aletta must be a girl, then. And sorry if your name is Aletta and I'm offending you by not knowing the gender of Aletta. But, you know, because they switch every year. So if it was a female name last year, for that letter, it'll be a male name this year, female name the year after, so on and so forth. Oh, hey. Let's quickly, while we're on the topic, let's find out what the Atlantic is. So Alberto, yeah, is going to be the first Atlantic tropical storm of the season, because I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, they don't give them a name until they reach tropical storm status. Right, so that is completely irrelevant. Let's go back to this. So there's just slight risk today for severe weather. Here are the warnings that were in effect at the time I loaded the page. So severe thunderstorm warning for Vermont and New York, and one for North Carolina. Watches in effect, or watch, as the case is. Just the one. Connecticut, Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New York, Pennsylvania, Vermont, a whole bunch of states that probably aren't used to seeing a whole lot of severe weather. And look at that, we've got, I think that would qualify as a quasi-linear convective system, QRCS or whatever, a score line maybe. Anywho, so if we book on over here, we can see the specific wind maps because it says the word wind. So there's as high as a 30% chance, and then North Carolina, South Carolina have that 5% chance. High as that basically looks for hail. Basically looks like the same exact map, so as high as a 30% chance of hail and 5% down there. 2% tornado chance for a very basically, what is that? Yeah, basically where the 30% is on these maps, that's where the 2% tornado chance is. Yeah. Mightn't we see a tornado up there? I do not know. Probably not with just the 2%, but it's possible. But what does that mean? That means if you pick an area, for instance, someplace in New York or something, there's a 2% chance that that place in New York, or someone within 25 miles of it, will see a tornado. Right, tomorrow? Who knows what all these squiggly lines mean? Apparently there's just a 5% chance. There it is. That's where the actual severe thunderstorm probability is. Florida. Day after tomorrow, I shouldn't. That's always confusing, because they don't release... They, being the Storm Prediction Center, don't give you the squiggly lines, right, in the day 3 thing, so it has nothing to draw, so it says it's no forecast. Anyway, so day 3, here is where a whole bunch of states are affected, but at least as of now, just a 5% chance, so we might... But, you know, things could shape up differently, that's why we pay attention, of course. And then, of course, day 4 through 8, back to potential too low, which means there's apparently no severe weather on the horizon. However, today, yes, there's severe weather on the horizon. New York, Pennsylvania, all them states, 30% chance of winds and hail, so that's the biggest threat. 2% tornado chance there, you know, it could happen. I don't know. Right, so, Wicked Wicks, WICKEDWX.com, weather.gov. Storm Prediction Center, wherever you go for your weather. I need to find more W words wherever you go for your weather that's wicked and wild, and I've run out of W's already. All right, have a fun rest of the day.